right. Well, like I said, welcome. It's so good to see everyone's faces. These are a lot of really familiar faces. I'm going to keep adding people to the call as they roll in. But we're going to go ahead and get started because we know this is middle of the day. A lot of people are working. So we really want to be respectful of your time. And we appreciate you just taking time out of the middle of your day to join us. Lots of exciting things happening over here. And we really just wanted some time to get face to face with you guys to share just all the big things that have been happening and kind of paint the picture a little bit better of why we merged and what the vision is going forward. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started, and I'm going to email out this recording to the rest of the people that couldn't be here. So if you're watching this later on, welcome. Thank you for watching this. You guys are awesome, and we're just really, really grateful for all of you. All right, so let me share my screen. We've got some slides to guide us through this. All right, so as you've probably seen, we have recently, I say we because I was a part of Kindred Exchange before. We have recently merged with Seed International, which is the organization that Morgan started. She's on this call. Morgan, if you want to wave a little bit, we'll introduce all of our team in just a sec. But we've been sharing a lot of communications about the merger. So I think everyone on this call has kind of been up to speed on some of that. But we really just want to kind of share our hearts behind all of this and give you guys a space to engage with us, ask questions, kind of get a better picture for especially our bigger team that we now have, which we're really excited about. So to get started, we're going to introduce our team. I'm going to share a video that we shared on social media a few days ago because I feel like it's a fun way to introduce our staff and all of our titles. And then I'll introduce our board. So, can you hear it?
There's no audio.
Okay, so that's fun that you guys couldn't hear the audio for that. Hopefully we can figure that out before this merger video that I'm about to show. But it had the fun like Full House theme song in the back. You can watch it on our social media. That's a good prompt for you to go follow us on there. Sorry about that. I really thought I figured out audio settings before this, but I guess I didn't. Morgan, while I introduce the board, would you mind just maybe doing a quick Google search of how we connect our audio? Or Carson, since you're in the other room, if you want to help me out, that'd be great. Okay, so that's our staff. We have been able to add some really amazing new people to our team in the past few months. One of them is Ashley, who is also on this call, I think. I don't see you, but there you are. Yep. Ashley is our director of cultural integration, which is really, really important for our team going forward as we kind of enter into, managing relationships in multiple different contexts around the world. She's very relational. She's like the glue that's like holding our board and team and all of us together on the relational side of things. And we're really grateful for her. And then the other one is Sam, who is also on this call. And he's amazing. He's our Ugandan programs director. So he's overseeing all of our trainings happening in Uganda. He's teaching business. He was actually part of Kindred's first entrepreneurship cohort. And so he's gone through our training before and now gets to not only run his own business on the side, he has a chicken egg hatchery business, but he also gets to run our programs, which is really special. We're really grateful for him. And then as you can see, this is our board of directors. We have Stacy, who is in Knoxville, Tennessee, Shella, who is our VP, and she's in, it's not technically Denton, right? Shella?
Yeah, I'm in DFW area in Texas.
DFW, that's how we say it. Okay. She's somewhere in the Dallas area of Texas. And then we have Lauren, who's in Tennessee, Andrea, who's in Tennessee, and then Rob, who's also in Tennessee. Some of them couldn't be on this call just for traveling, spring break type of things, but yeah, they're awesome. They're definitely people that we want you to feel like you can connect with um, and talk to. They're very involved, which we're really grateful for. We have such a great board of directors. So yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys are familiar with them. Okay, so we wanted to kind of get into who we are as Seed International. Morgan and I have been connected for several years now, and we started exploring the idea of a merge back. I mean, this was probably about 2 years ago that we started originally exploring the idea of a merge. Our organizations had been partnering alongside each other for several years just to support and encourage each other, but also to co-create some curriculum. And after a couple years, we kind of just started asking the question of, can we do this better together? And the answer was yes. And so as we merge, we want to just provide a little bit of clarity of like who we are and what we do. So our mission is that we work alongside local and global partners to nurture deep cross-cultural relationships and enrich communities through a holistic approach to money management and small business training. Our vision, so our bigger picture, is that we're creating a global network of thriving communities united by faith, mutual growth, and sustainable business practices. And so a lot of this, there's a saying that we kind of like to focus on at Seed, and it's don't just teach a man to fish. You know the saying that's like, don't just give a man to fish, teach him to fish. We like to take it a little bit of a step further and say, don't just teach a man to fish, but give him access to the pond. And so for us, there's a lot of organizations out there that do business training and do it well. And so we're not like reinventing the wheel here, but we really want to focus on not just giving training, but giving people access to the resources and the relationships and the knowledge that they need to really thrive in life. If they don't have access to the pond, they can have all the knowledge and all the resources, but you can't actually do anything with it if you don't have access to the pond. So relationships are a really, really big piece of what we do. It's actually, I would say, really the heart behind everything we do. And so we kind of wanted to emphasize that before we get into some of our programming things, which I'm going to pass off to Morgan right after we watch the merger video, which I need to figure out how to do the audio real quick so you guys can actually hear this. Let's see.
No, Abby, if you stop sharing screen and then go back, then look for a little checkbox at the bottom that says like share computer audio. See if you find that.
I don't see that.
Oh,
Sound share. I see that.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try this and you guys give me a thumbs up if you can see it, okay? Why? Has been such an incredible journey, and I know that today is just one of many milestones of our story. Kindred Exchange was started 5 years ago, and it was really birthed out of this desire to want to see missions done more sustainably. And God's just been so good as we've explored what that means. As we've grown, we've really been able to watch these individuals that have gone through our business training go on to start their businesses or expand on their current businesses, and it's just really special to see the impact that they're having in their communities. So we started looking around and we were like, who else is doing this?
We started Seed in 2018 out of a love of missions, but also a tension with the way that things had been done in the past. We wanted to find a sustainable way to partner with the community with their dreams and goals, also using the gifts that God had given us. So we found that business training was the way that we were able to accomplish this. We started with a group of people in rural Haiti. We started with 10, and we trained them in a way that they could go on to train others. So since then, that group has gone on to train 100 more people in their community, and we've also had the opportunity to train 3 more cohorts of Haitian immigrants in our hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. The way that these entrepreneurs are changing not only their own lives, but the lives of their families and communities is really amazing and inspiring. From the start, we felt like God was telling us that we didn't want to do this alone, that we would be better together partnering with other organizations. And so we started to look for other organizations to partner with.
I met Morgan in 2022, and we really just connected over a shared vision and passion for our work. We started building a really strong friendship, not only through our organizations, but also personally as young female leaders. Through the years, we just continued to say, like, there's something more here, and we started asking the question of, can we do this better together?
Both Seed and Kindred were built on the idea that relationships are the foundation. So Abby and I began to lean on each other through conversations and just really leaning into our shared vision. So I was able to visit Uganda with Kindred, and seeing the way that the entrepreneurs were learning and growing together was really amazing, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to be a part of. So then I began to see how Seed and Kindred could work together.
So through years of prayer and conversation, it's led us here, and we're really excited to announce that our two organizations are becoming one under the name Seed International.
After everything we've done together in the past few years, it really just seemed like merging was the natural next step. This is a move that's going to allow us to better serve the communities that we're already working with. We are so excited for everyone who supports our work to be able to come together, learn from each other, engage, and grow together.
Taking on the Seed name wasn't something that we took lightly, but we feel that it really reflects our shared mission and captures the heart of our programs. We're committed to nurturing deep relationships and growing alongside the people that we serve.
We are so excited to continue our work hosting these business trainings across all of our cohorts. We are growing a global network of thriving communities united by faith, mutual growth, and sustainable business practices. With this new curriculum that we've built together, we're looking forward to partnering with others to be able to enrich more communities across the globe.
With relationships at our core, our team is going to be growing to include more international staff, both from Haiti and Uganda. Going forward, we'll be able to devote more time and resources to better share these trainings in the context of the cultures that we're working in.
It's the same work, the same communities, and the same heart, and now we get to do it as one team because we believe that together we grow.
Okay, I'm so glad the sound worked for that. Let me see here. All right, so I'm going to hand it off to Morgan now to kind of share a little bit about our programming. We have really, through this merger, tried to hone in on exactly who we are and what we do. I'm sure any of you that have been a part of anything, really, starting anything, know that it's kind of hard to like hone that in, especially the first couple years. But now that both of our organizations are a few years into this, we've had some, experience under our belt. We feel like really confident in these programs that we have to offer, and we want to make sure that our community kind of knows what all those include. So I'm going to pass this to Morgan.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Morgan. If you don't know me, I guess you did just get a little bit of my background in the video, but I'm excited to meet you guys if I haven't already. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about our programs. And really in the context of the mission and vision that Abby shared. And so I hope that from the video and from the mission and vision, you can see that relationships are really the core of what we do. And then these programs are kind of the how we do it. And so even though we focus on business training and cross-cultural training, it's all through the lens of one, faith, and then two, building relationships. So as we're doing these things, it's our method of being able to connect with people, being able to offer something that is this important and useful, but really the heart behind anything that we do is the people and the relationships that we have built. And so first is our money management training, and that is more of a personal finance training, so personal household budgeting. We utilize the Chalmers Center curriculum called Faith and Finance. It's something that they developed there out of Covenant College in Chattanooga area in Tennessee. And they have taught it worldwide. And so me, my mom Beverly, Abby, and then Balo, who's on our staff, are certified to teach that training. And so we have taught that here locally in Knoxville. And we've taken 3 different cohorts of Haitian immigrants through that training. And it's kind of a prerequisite to the small business training that we will talk about next. So that one we had developed together. So if you've followed along with Kindred or Seed, you'll know kind of the 2 sides of it. So Seed started in rural Haiti, and like you've seen in the video, we kind of grew out from there. And Kindred started teaching in Jinja, Uganda. And we kind of started on 2 ends of the spectrum in a way. The Haitians that we started with were living rurally, were not very connected to resources. They did not speak English. Whereas in Jinja, most of the people spoke English. They had kind of big dreams, big visions for these kind of medium-sized businesses. And so with merging, it's given us the opportunity to really address everyone on all levels of the spectrum, whether they have very limited formal education or they have a college degree. We're able to address that and provide valuable information for everybody. So that has been in development over the past probably 6 months to a year or so, as both of our organizations were pursuing that separately. And then when we started working together, it was like everything just started clicking. All of our kind of sweet spots, as far as our staff, just started to merge so well together of filling the gaps of what needed to be done to be able to make that curriculum come to life. And so we are currently teaching that curriculum to 2 cohorts. One is in Walukaba, which is right outside of Jinja. And that is through a partnership with Dwell, which is a house building and renovation organization. And then our other cohort is here in Knoxville. It's actually in this room that I'm sitting in. We teach here on Sunday evenings at Seed Coffee. And it has been really cool. Both of those started in February. And so we're only about a month in, but it has been so cool to see the parallels between the 2 communities, and even to be able to connect the communities. Have had Zoom calls with Sam and Balo, who are both leading those trainings. It's also led by my mom, Beverly. she can wave. And then Abby when she's in town. She's kind of nomadic, but we lead those trainings, and it has just been really cool to see this curriculum kind of come to life in that way, because we've been by ourselves on our computers for a long time. And so now to see it really play out has been amazing. And so we are excited to continue that. We will graduate both of those cohorts this summer, and then we'll start new cohorts coming in the fall, and are focusing on partnership for that training. And so it may come through working with other organizations, but we want to be able to resource others in a way that that they can utilize this training as well. That training also has a piece of the personal finance if people were not able to take the full money management training. So we start with those kind of basics of personal finance, and then move on throughout those 15 weeks into more advanced business things. So next is our cross-cultural training. And this was something, if you followed along with Kindred, that they have been developing a long time through their companions program and other things that they were doing. And so now we get to do that together as well. And again, it's just been really sweet to see our staff and team come together and be able to connect. And I think we're learning so much about how those cross-cultural relationships really make such a huge impact. And so right now that is being utilized through our intern program that we will have this summer. And we are just kind of dipping our toes in to see other ways, other contexts that could be used in. But really it's grounded in those relationships and the just mutual growth that comes from learning about each other. And so there's two sides of that. One is teaching right now Ugandans about Americans, which is kind of less common in this space. There's a lot of information out there, books out there for missionaries to be able to learn about the context they're going in, but not as much out there about helping our international neighbors understand why we do some of the weird things that we do, which, you know, we do a lot of weird things. So there's both of those sides, which is really beautiful. Aaron and Ashley are leading that charge, and you will hear from Ashley in just a few minutes, but really excited about the potential of that program as well. So as you've probably heard, we are programming in 3 locations. So Jinja, Uganda, where Kindred started, and then Haiti, where Seed started, and then now serving international people within Knoxville through Seed Coffee Co. So Seed Coffee was started in 2023. We are in Knoxville, just right outside of kind of University of Tennessee campus. And we have been able to offer our space for trainings, international meetups, and things like that. And so we're building our Knoxville community here locally of international people, and then that using that kind of as a model and testing ground to be able to offer the things that we're doing globally as well. And so those are our kind of main locations. And I will pass it to Ashley.
Yes. Well, before we get going, want to be able to take a minute to pray and just acknowledge the Lord. Yeah, that's always a good idea. So let's do that now. God, thank you for today, and thank you for waking us up this morning. We're a broken people, and we are very aware of the brokenness within the world. But God, we are going to continue to trust you and what you are up to. You have many plans, though they are not entirely clear to us. We're going to continue to trust you and what you are doing. But Lord, with that trust, I ask that you help us to be aware of where we can utilize our gifts. Help us to keep our ears open to where we continue to being learners. Yeah, Lord, thank you for bringing Abby and Morgan together, in a perfectly timed way for this merge to also happen. We just trust you with this organization, and of course, Lord, help us to move where you are at and keep everything with open hands. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so get involved. This is where we love you guys. You are our people, and we need your help. So social media, we have connections through Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and shout out to Abby and Carson for the footage, the editing. Could never be me. They really make things look presentable, and yeah, a way to, if you've got social media, please share, be supportive. And of course, with your communities, you know, people that we don't know. So listening well, and then just sharing what Seed International does with people around you. Locally in Knoxville, we have a book club. And with that, with the help of our friend Kyle, currently we're reading the book When Helping Hurts. But the book club is to help walk through different topics alongside our community to understand how we best partner with our brothers and sisters around the world. We do realize that, of course, not everybody's the same, and we want to learn from people in their walks of life. But sometimes getting to know people, it can be a bumpy road. So we want to have conversations on how to make that road perhaps a little smoother. So yeah, book club is really fantastic. For those who are local in Knoxville, please absolutely join us. In that, it is It is free. We have extra books as well. If you don't want to use your Kindle points, we understand. But yeah, we'd love for you guys to join us in that. For those who are not in Knoxville, though, we have webinars. So thanks to the big help of Erin, both of us will take time to have webinars to help people understand more of how to engage with people around the world. Starting first with Ugandans, getting a little ahead of ourselves. Uganda first. But again, to help bridge those gaps and walking alongside our brothers and sisters over there. That first webinar will be April 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern. So mark your calendars for that and maybe put an alert or two just in case you forget about it. That's a reminder to myself. Next, we have Companions, also local Knoxville. We're still dreaming about all of what that could look like, but we do have a lot of internationals here in Knoxville, whether they are students, whether they work for within the Oak Ridge area with nuclear, chemistry, engineering, really smart people things that we people on this call perhaps are just like, yeah, that's a great job. I don't know what you're doing. There are a lot of them here in Knoxville. And so if not that, then we've also got students here who have parents from a different country who are in schools, all different facets of international people here. And so we're dreaming and prayerfully trying to figure out how do we come alongside and cheerleader and champion them through various parts of life and learn from one another, or just be a listening ear and having a friend. So that is something that's coming up this fall. Also this fall in October, we're taking a trip to Uganda. So that QR code, I'm assuming it's a real QR code to a real link. I have not checked it myself, but please, if you want to pray and think about taking a trip with us to see what Seed is doing, Sam, I believe you're still on the call. Sam will be with us and showing us different things as well. And yeah, just take some time out of your fall weather to be in Ugandan weather, but take time to walk alongside of us and see how Seed is partnering with Ugandans over there and helping them with their businesses and entrepreneurship as well. But with all that, we would love if you would join, if not already, our Seed Collective. So this is where our partners come together as a community of people with hearts for the places and people that we work with. So by supporting us, you will, I mean, yes, financially, but it's not just a financial monthly basis giving. We're having a wonderful opportunity to walk alongside those, to champion them, to make their dreams of entrepreneurship become a reality. And if not even entrepreneurship, just to budget well. There are just certain things sometimes in life that aren't always taught. And I'm somebody who's a Ugandan American. It's been really sweet just to see how Seed has been giving back to my people and training and learning different things that can be easily missed. So personally, I am very thankful and I'm so excited to be working with Seed, but we'd love for you to join our Seed Collective, to join like-minded people who want to work well with us. And with that, you'll get access to our newsletter, our Facebook page, and hopefully be able to connect with other people who are also partnering with Seed in your city or town as well. Because the more I'm realizing, the more you connect, the more the world is actually quite small. So you might be surprised. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Abby, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Ashley. Yeah, so I know it's 12 and we're keeping this meeting short.
Oh, you pulled your mother and you are still muted, Abby.
It doesn't say I'm muted.
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, I don't think I'm muted, but yeah, we're so grateful for you guys just being on this call. I hope it helps paint a bit of a clearer picture of who we are, what we're doing, our heart for this work. one thing that Aaron says that I really like is like for seed, it's like our body is like is the business training, but our soul is the relationship. So you'll see us post a lot about the trainings that we're doing, the business training, the money management training, but it's really the relationship that drives everything that we do and that we believe is what allows us to be most productive in our work that we're doing globally. And it also is the way that allows our international partners to pour into us, because like Ashley said, we're all broken people mutually like trying to live life together. And yeah, it's been really special to be a part of. And so thank you guys so much for supporting us. Our team will kind of like stay and hang out if you guys have any questions or just want to say hi. But other than that, we're done, and we want to wish you a good rest of your Thursday. Thank you guys.
Love you.
Thank you so much. Love y'all.
Love you. Good to see you all. Sam, thank you for being here.